City now moving to within 4 points of Premier League leaders Liverpool. Pep admitted, Stevie, that at half-time he'd had to tell his team not to feel sorry for themselves because he said that he felt that they had that sinking feeling with the way the first half ended and with the way things have been going.
Yeah, they must have come in the dressing room with that sort of body language that made them think that, because actually I thought they moved the ball better in the first half than they did the second half. But the reason they get the result was grit and determination. You know, we've been talking for so long about how great Man City are at passing the ball, how great the players are. It's all the nice things about football. But today they had to dig against a Luton side. The conditions, the size of the field, the way that Luton play the game, it was always going to be about desire. And that was the question. And they answered the question. You know, it wasn't fancy. The 2 goals, in some ways, they get the bounce of the ball, but sometimes you earn the luck and you deserve it. And I thought they deserved to win this game just because determination, commitment, that's what got them the points at the end of the day.
A deserved win for you, Frank?
Excuse me?
Was it a deserved win for Manchester City?
I don't know. I think Luton has been tough to big teams like Arsenal and today Manchester City. I think it's never easy, and we say that a lot in the Premier League. But I think there are some doubts in some players' head at Manchester City. They did what they had to do. Sometimes a little bit. You need a little bit of luck. Overall, you know, not saying that City deserve to win would be a little bit of a craziness. I think they did what they had to do. Sometimes it's not that easy. We expect them to trash Luton 5-0 because that's maybe the differences between the two clubs. But you know, you have to respect the opponent, and sometimes it's hard to win, even against Luton. And you just get the 3 points to go back home. And you think about the next game, that's the most important thing.
We're going to take a look at the title odds because I want to actually put this to you, Ale.
Okay.
Pep's also said that it's normal to say City aren't the same and it's over. Let's prove them wrong. That there's this whole feeling that, oh, maybe City aren't going to win the league. But are that many people actually saying that? We're looking at the odds here right now.
I don't know how many people are saying that, but what I would say is that I think today, going into halftime, it was a critical time for Manchester City. They're losing the game 1-0. They have been winless in the month. They're having difficulties finding consistency in their game, finding results. And for them to dig and to grind, which is, I think, what they did in the second half, just grind themselves into a result, I think maybe this pushes them forward. Manchester City, I think, are still the favorites. But we need to see continuity in their game, consistency in their game, control in their game, actually controlling the match with the quality of their possession and taking that possession into the attacking half, creating opportunities and scoring goals, which is something that I guess we take for granted from Manchester City, but it just hasn't happened all that often. And when they are creating goals, they're doing that in sacrificing their defensive shape, and that's when they get in the back and forth and they lose control of matches. They have to get back to controlling the game with the quality of their possession and the quality of their movement. They do that, Manchester City wins this league. If not, then it does open the door to who I think should be the second favorite, Liverpool.
Oh, we'll get to Stevie in just a moment. I want to know who Frank thinks are favourites. Who are your favourites for the Premier League title, Frank?
I still go for City, but I see a more open and doubtful thought about that title race, because last season, you know, even if Arsenal was at the top and for a long period, you could feel that at a certain point City will be back. I'm not that sure. Liverpool is going to fight. Arsenal is more complete, and don't forget the villains. I mean, it's a surprise, and like you see Girona in Spain, you know, surprising everybody. Why the villains wouldn't do the same in the Premier League? It happened with Leicester. It can happen. It happened with Lille again in Paris with the Ligue 1. So I want to hope that, you know, something can change. And seeing Aston Villa fighting with the others, it's nice. It's nice, and if they can achieve something, that would be great. So City is still the favorites, but I think it's a real open race.